Hi folks, it's Kieran here. Just want to do a quick video to lay out a little challenge I've set myself for the rest of 2022. I've created a list of 10 tricks that I want to try and achieve before the end of the year. Each of these tricks is something that I consider to be like a significant progressive step forward for me as a skateboarder. All of them are things that I've been thinking about, I've considered throughout most of this year, or even longer. They're all things that I think I'm technically and physically capable of, but they're ones that will push that mental boundary, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, facing down your fear to achieve your goal, basically. And it's something that I really struggle with. I've struggled with it for the last year and a half. Really found it difficult to push myself through that mental barrier on my board and do these things that are a little bit more difficult and more challenging. So I figured what I would do is I'd set out a list of the 10 things I want to do, and I'd give myself until the end of the year as a deadline to get them all done. The reason being is it means every time I go out to skate, I'm just going to be focusing on one of these 10 things. It gives me focus and purpose and drive, and hopefully will push me forward to allow me to progress in the way that I want to progress, because I really do feel like these are things that are holding me back. They're all things that I'm perfectly capable of doing. I just need to really focus and push myself to do them. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's get onto the list and I'll tell you what they are. Okay, so the 10 tricks that I want to try and achieve before the end of the year. The first is a backside disaster on a quarter pipe. This is something that I've kicked around a little bit before, something that I think I can definitely do. It's a little scary, it's a little weird for me, but definitely something that I feel like I'm capable of doing. The second one is backside 50-50 grinds on transition. I've done these by accident, but I've never committed to learning them and really learned to do good ones. And if you've been watching my videos recently, I've been having a bit of a weird time with my axle stalls, so I feel like this is a good way of sort of focusing in on that, getting those axle stalls really fixed and locked in, and then pushing forward to what is just a really cool trick. That's my first sort of proper grind trick on transition. Next one is a backside board slide on a down rail. Not talking about a massive handrail or anything like that, but just any rail that is canted down at a skate park. I've been threatening to do this for absolutely ages. I think I'm more than capable of doing it, and I quite often go to different parks and look at it and go, yeah, I could do that if I really tried. But I've never got myself into that point where I spend a session and say, right, this is it, it's time to do it. I think this sort of challenge is the perfect idea for doing this one. On the similar vein is frontside 50-50 grind on a hubber, down ledge, whatever you want to call it. But similar sort of thing, any sort of ledge that is sloped down, jumping on and doing a frontside 50-50, exactly the same reasons as I want to do it for the backside board slide. I think I'm capable, wanted to do it for ages. I just always threatened to do it and haven't actually got around to doing it. Trick number 5 is a tray flip or 360 flip. One of my absolute dream tricks, which I've kicked around a lot. I've had little sessions or little patches where I've properly focused on trying to do it for a little while, and then I leave it alone and stuff like that. And I think it's time to just really knuckle down and say to yourself, right, can I get this trick done? It's the only flat ground trick on the list. I think I can do it. I think what I just need to do is just really focus in on this trick and make that the one. So anytime I go out and skate flat ground, which, you know, it's the winter in the UK, a lot of the times flat ground is all we can skate because the weather will be pants. So and when that's the case, it's going to be just tray flip, tray flip, tray flip, tray flip until we get it. Next one is a backside crooked grind on a ledge. I've accidentally got into a couple of these when I've been doing backside nose slides. It's one of the coolest looking tricks in skateboarding, and I think I'm capable of doing it, so I'm going to push for that one. That's kind of all there is to it. Next up is a grind trick on a rail, a flat bar. During the summer, I went on felt like probably a 2-week bender of trying nothing but just trying to learn to do a 50-50 grind on my flat bar, and then I put it away and I haven't tried it at all since, despite the fact that I was actually making some pretty good progress. This is pretty typical of me to start, really get focused and obsessed with one thing for a little while and then move on to something else, probably because I get frustrated and stuff like that. But I think I'm more than capable of doing it. I think it's just time to just, you know, to get that one done. Next one is nose stalls on transition. I think I can do it. They're obviously pretty scary because they involve coming in switch, but it's another one of those ones where for a while now, I've been kind of in my head going, yeah, I think I can do this. That leads on to the next one, which is a frontside axle stall. Another one that I think I can absolutely do on transition. I just need to get on with it, really. I just need to make a point of committing to doing it. And the last one is frontside tail slides on a ledge. I've kicked these around before. I've tried them on some very low ledges. I've tried them on a ledge which I think is probably a little bit too tall for me to land them on. But if I can find the right place, it's a bit of a dream trick. I've always really liked the look of them. I think it's such a stylish trick. So yeah, that's the last one. I feel like it's another one where I think if I find the right obstacle and just work it, push, I can get it done. So that's it. That's the 10 tricks that I'm going to focus on for the rest of the year. Every single session that I go out on my board, I'm going to pick one of these things and just get on with it. I think, as I said, every single one of them, I believe, is something that I'm absolutely capable of doing. I think all of them are more of a mental block than a physical, technical skill that I need to pick up. And yeah, I just think that each one of them feels like a significant step of progression in my skateboarding. So with each one that I'm able to tick off the list, hopefully all 10, I feel like I really have achieved something. And then I can go into next year, go into 2023 with a whole new sort of thought process and feeling and knowing what that I'm capable of doing more on my board. And that's what I want. Like this year, I feel like my progress has been a little stagnant, if I'm completely honest with myself. It's not that I haven't progressed, it's just that I've tried to progress very much within myself, doing things that I know I'm capable of and, you know, not really stepping outside the lines too much. And it's time to move past that. If I want to, you know, I absolutely love skating. I want to be the best skateboarder that I can be, only purely just for myself. And I want to stop getting that frustrated feeling I get myself where I can go to certain parks and certain things and look at obstacles and like, oh, I'd love to skate that, and not be able to push myself through to do it. So yeah, that's the plan. I hope you guys follow along. At the time of recording this, I've already done one of these things. So that video will be up next. I'll put this, whichever video day this video comes up, the next day you can see the very first one of these. Very, very stoked on what I have been able to achieve already. So yeah, hope that all makes sense to you. Any questions, ideas, comments, you know what to do. Just drop it down below. You guys have always been super, super supportive of me and it makes a massive difference. So yeah, it'd be awesome, sort of like, I figured a good thing to do, get this out there with you guys. It kind of cements it, means I have to do it. Yeah, so just whatever, like I said, leave it down. Any tips, ideas, whatever, just drop it in the comments. I really appreciate all of that. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, if this is the first video you've come across, if you want to see me trying a bunch of stuff, click that little subscribe button and you can follow along this challenge. And yeah, we'll see how far we get. I'm filming this on something like the 16th of November. There's 6 weeks left of the year. We've got 10, 9, I've done 1, 9 tricks to get done. So let's get to it. So yeah, see you around.